What's up, guys? Welcome to Touchdown Talk, where everything and anything football goes. I'm your host, Jason, and today I'm not sure what the title of this video is yet as I'm recording this. It is set to be an NFL news in 10 minutes or less video, but with the news that we've had from Monday all the way through Wednesday afternoon, I'm not sure if it is going to stay under 10 minutes, but if it is and you do see the title, you will then know how long the video is and if it will be an NFL news in 10 minutes or less or a midweek review video. But without further ado, let's get right into it, starting with Monday, and that is when Fred Warner continued to praise new quarterback Trey Lance, and this time he praised Lance on the Rich Eisen show. So I'm going to read the quote for you guys now, and Fred Warner said, and I quote, "I continue to say, man, how much I've admired the way Trey has taken on just all the criticism, all I guess you could say, all the pressure people are trying to put on him. Now, he's been super professional about it. It's especially with how young he is. He's very mature for his age, and so just the things that you see from him and the small things that everybody else outside of the building sees from him, that should give you a good sense of the maturity for such a good young player. And if given the reins the way that he would handle it, I can continue to sit here and tell you how great of a person and player that he is. I have already spoken on that, but whatever it may be, I know that he is for sure, if given the reins, that he's ready for it. He's very professional and mature and ready for whatever he's given." So more praise for Trey Lance. We've seen George Kittle in the past give praise. Now Fred Warner once again. And it does seem like he has the team's back. The team has his back. He has the trust from the players on the team. And if he is given the reins, as Warner mentioned, it looks like the team is ready for him, and it does seem, based on other players within the organization, that Trey Lance is ready, and it is going to be the Trey Area once this NFL season hits. Now, that was all we had for Monday, right around the afternoonish. So moving on to Tuesday, we had a suspension. Now, the NFL suspended Rams defensive tackle Bobby Brown for the first 6 games of the season for a violation of the performance-enhancing substances. So 6 games, he will be missed. This is in the same realm that DeAndre Hopkins was suspended for 6 games. So now, Rams defensive tackle Bobby Brown, right around that same area, he's suspended for 6 games as well. They announced this. Now, we had a couple of helmets. We've seen the Falcons put their new helmets, and now the Carolina Panthers are debuting their helmets against the Atlanta Falcons, their new black alternate helmets, as you could see on the screen. Now, after that, we did have some news on Eddie Golden. Now, we all know, if you did get the news about him, he signed with the Atlanta Falcons on a 1-year deal, but on Tuesday, he decided to hang up his cleats and retire. So right after signing his deal last week, he is now going to retire. He did announce this on Tuesday. Now, following that, the Patriots made a signing, and the Patriots signed defensive lineman Jeremiah Farms, who was previously with the USFL Maulers. Now, this reported by Ian Rappaport. So the Patriots looking into the USFL, grabbing their guy that they seem fit, and bringing him into the team. Now, this is something that the USFL is looking towards and looking forward to having. They want to showcase their guys. That way the NFL can bring in some guys from the USFL, which really makes the USFL's name get a little bit bigger, and players wanting to play there for a chance at the NFL. Now, the last bit of news we had on Tuesday was the Falcons signing their 3rd-round pick and rookie quarterback Desmond Ritter. Now, Ritter's going to compete with Marcus Mariota for the job, but as for his contract, he gets a 4-year, $5.362 million contract that has a $1.08 million signing bonus. His base salary is $705,000, as well as $1.1 million with incentives. Now, the deal has a 5th day of training camp roster bonus, which is $78 million. So, not 78,000. So, a bit of a big news here. A lot of numbers here that trying to get through. But basically, it is a 4-year, $5.3 million contract with a 1.08 signing bonus. So big news that reported by Aaron Wilson. Numbers a little bit difficult to understand in that aspect of how it's worded, but basically 4-year, $5.362 million deal reported by Aaron Wilson. And this is really good for the Falcons. As I always mention, you want to get these deals done with your rookies before the season. You don't want to have these looming contract issues before the season because it just creates more tension and more drama throughout the season. So obviously with Ritter competing for the starting role with Marcus Mariota, he is going to get a deal, and that is what he got done on Tuesday. Now Wednesday we had a bit of a couple of news here. Now we did see that the Bengals announced that offensive tackle Willie Anderson and wide receiver Isaac Curtis will be added to the team's Ring of Honor in 2022. So they are bringing those two guys, adding them to their Ring of Honor this upcoming NFL season. Now, sticking with the helmet and uniform situation, we saw Carolina get their new helmets, and now the New York Giants are bringing back their classic blue uniforms for 2 games this season, one of which will debut against the Chicago Bears. So I will be playing the video that the Giants released on their social media right here for you guys, so you guys can check that out right now.
Welcome to Giants Stadium.
Legacy really is timeless.
Touchdown, Giants! Get out! Get out!
It's generational.
I'm back! Hey, baby, let's go out there like a bunch of crazy dogs and have some fun!
The pride. The passion.
Super Bowl champion!
And it's all coming together.
This is for you, homeboy.
Ah!
Man, I can't wait.
So with that video and with the Giants really releasing this new uniform, bringing it back for the season. Now, yes, it's only for 2 games, but it could be coming in more and more throughout the upcoming seasons. Maybe year by year they add it to additional games, and more important games, maybe we see this uniform more often in the upcoming season. And then the last bit of news that we did have was on the Jimmy Garoppolo situation. Now, Jimmy Garoppolo recently saw Dr. Neil L. Atrashi for a checkup and is progressing well. San Francisco is thrilled with where he is physically, and the expectation is he'll be fully cleared around mid-August. Now, this per Ian Rappaport, he did report on this, so it does look like maybe mid-August Jimmy G will be back on the field. So that's right before the season starts, right? Like mid-August, right at the end, right before September when the season is going to kick off. Really, it's going to be interesting to see if when he does come back, teams see him throw and make that trade, and the Niners pull the trigger and trade him. Or if the Niners see him throw and say, all right, we're just going to give him another year and see what he can do at the start of the season. But in my opinion, I do think it is time to move on to Trey Lance and really start the next coming years for your team. And maybe if you get a deal done with Debo, start it off right with Trey Lance instead of working backwards and having Lance sit for longer when you know he's your future. So all in all, we'll see what happens with Jimmy Garoppolo. This is obviously something that we have seen in the past, and it does look like Jimmy Garoppolo will be returning mid-August, and we will see what that means for his future with the 49ers and his future in the NFL. Now that is going to be it for this video. This did end up being under 10 minutes, so it will be our next episode of NFL News in 10 minutes or less. So if you guys did enjoy this video, if you guys do enjoy the content on this page, drop a like, and if you do enjoy my videos, I will see you guys next time.